James, tell us about this Vanity Fair article. So this is COVID. Let's talk about COVID. As you know, regular viewers of this program, pretty much everything that you're now hearing in the news to do anything to do with COVID, you heard only on this show about roughly 2.5 years ago, maybe 18 months ago, give or take. But here's where you heard it. Now the rest of the world is catching up. But so that's okay. Better late than never. We're generous. We don't mind.
That's all right because, look, on this show, the three of us, a few others, Sherry Markson especially has to be given a lot of credit, spoke about this idea that, hey, just maybe this weird novel coronavirus that just happened to come out of a city where they happen to have this lab where they study, hey, weird novel coronaviruses could have escaped from a lab. Well, we were all called conspiracy theorists and cranks, and you weren't even allowed to talk about it on Twitter and Facebook without getting your account locked. But, speaking of Elon Musk, but now fascinating report. Everybody go out and find it in Vanity Fair magazine. So, hardly a right-wing sort of organ that essentially long, thousands of word investigation into that biolab, into all the problems at the lab, problems with maintenance, problems with biosecurity, links to Anthony Fauci's NIAID. But more than that, though, reports about what actually that virus, the coronavirus that put us all in lockdown for 1.5 years, 2 years, was made of. Well, in the chances of these things called furin cleavages, where the genes were edited and the way the thing evolved supposedly just, in some Wuhan wet market somewhere, absolutely, 1 in 10 to 1 in 100,000 chance that this simply, could have happened that way. Much more likely, and, Occam's razor tells us that you go for the most obvious solution, and that is, hey, guys, it came from this lab where they were under so much pressure to do so much work and do so many weird things under so many conditions where, they were emailing people around the world saying, hey, what kind of disinfectants are we supposed to be using in this place? And the other thing, too, they think it fell out of that lab, in November, October 2019. Which goes along with reports that we had in the Daily Telegraph that, at the Wuhan World Military Games, people were being, locked down and all sorts of things. This was going on for months before it made it into the West. The Chinese government knew about it, and they covered it up, and millions of people died as a result.
And Taiwan knew about it. Taiwan knew there was something fishy going on. They tried to warn the World Health Organization back in December 2019. Remember, it wasn't until, March until a pandemic was declared. So Taiwan tried to warn. Guess what? Taiwan is not a member of the World Health Organization because
Xi Jinping doesn't want them to be.
China is running the World Health Organization for all intents and purposes. So,
and also because our corporations play along with this myth. Qantas does it, not calling Taiwan Taiwan.
Exactly.
Just disgraceful. But that's
Qantas doesn't know where it is half the time when it's in Australia.
Oh, they're saving the Great Barrier Reef.
They're saving the Great Barrier Reef.
Fantastic.
Qantas. And defaming our farmers at the same time. Thank you,
See, actually, all that lost luggage, they're putting it in the water, and then the coral grows over it, and then it's a great little home for the fishies.
Well, I think what they should do, here's my tip to Qantas, can you please get Peter Ridd, put him at the pointy end of the plane, or sit him next to the pilot, then let's fly a jumbo up around the Great Barrier Reef, and Peter Ridd can point out to them all the places where, new growth there, more growth there, oh, look, that's done better than it's done for 30, oh, there's some more coral there. That could be a fun thing. Alan Joyce, Matt, you might like to do that.
Even all the lefty publications acknowledge that the Barrier Reef has had the greatest coral growth in decades, and this is a positive thing that we should actually be happy about. I don't know, that's the report seemed to have just bypassed Qantas, who've decided, oh no, it's in peril, and our farmers are mainly responsible. Just awful stuff.